Welcome to the Tribe Talk Show, live from Atlanta. On this show, you get real conversations, inspiring stories, entertainment, information that empowers, real talk. A safe space to learn and grow. Real sisterhood. Let's talk. Let's grow. Let's thrive together. Join the tribe. And now, here are your hosts, Tendai and Grace.
Hello guys, welcome to another episode of the Tribe Talk Show. I'm your host, Grace, with my beautiful sister right here, Tendai. You look amazing.
Thank you.
How
Thank
have
you
you
guys
been?
so much. I've been good, and we're so excited for this show. We actually have a celebrity fitness trainer in this episode, so we're gonna learn how to get that flat stomach and that good.
I cannot wait. This
Yeah.
is so necessary.
How's the summer going for you?
It's going great. We're having an amazing summer. Look, travels here and there, but so far it's been great.
Yeah, that's
How
good.
has it been for you?
It's good. I'm planning for my birthday, so I'm waiting for the event planner to plan my birthday.
I'm ready. I'm born ready. Whenever you're ready, so it's going to be
I
exciting.
think this year we're gonna keep it low key, and then the big 50 is coming soon.
Yeah.
So that's what we're
Woohoo.
gonna plan. But for now, yeah.
I'll be ready.
Yeah, so today for the girl chat, we watched Straw.
Oh my, oh my.
Yeah,
That was a
and
movie.
we just wanted to discuss that because a lot of people on social media were talking about it. First of all,
Yes.
what did you think about the whole movie? Because a lot of people give Tyler Perry like, oh my God, his movies are always sad. But what did you think about Straw?
You know what? It was sad. It was sad, but it was a message that was needed. It was a story that was needed. So I'm really grateful that he did that. It was, I learned so much from it. I watched it with the family. The kids didn't like it because they felt like it was too sad. We're all bawling. We're all
Yeah.
crying, for the most part. And as sad as it was, this is the reality of a lot of
A
people.
lot of people.
Yeah,
A
and
lot
here,
of people.
even here in America, we know that a lot happened back home with the lack of support, no resources. But right here in America, people are suffering.
Yeah.
People are suffering.
But I think that's where there's a difference between here in the diaspora and back home. Because here in the diaspora, if you're evicted, you're on the street. But when you're home, at least you can call
Have a
auntie,
family member.
you can go to your uncle, you can go to
Yes.
family. But even living with your friends here in the diaspora, it's not the same. People are not, that community thing is not really here.
It's not. I don't know if all at Tribe have watched this movie, but we really encourage everyone to see it. It has so much messages that we all need to see, and it was just from one bad luck to another. And it was a case. Remember a few weeks ago we talked about denial after loss. This was a case study for that. We didn't know that didn't play out until towards the movie, so we didn't really know. But this was somebody in denial entirely.
Yes.
Like literally thought life was moving when life
yes,
had
yes,
stopped.
yes.
So it was really nice to see that played out because we had just talked about it not too long
And
ago.
that's what Dr. Said said. That they said a lot of people that are grieving, they go through denial. And she's one example because like death, losing someone you love, it's a traumatic event.
It is.
And just like any traumatic event, I think the thing that I don't like about people that are not aware of is mental health is just like physical health. But what happens with mental health is you can't see it. So because people can't, when you have an accident or you have a cause, people can help you.
Yes,
pull
yeah,
a
there's
chair.
a physical
But if there's
manifestation.
something that is in your head, people don't really understand it. But it can be just as bad as physical,
Or even
health,
worse.
or even worse.
Yeah.
Because it affects your whole being. You can't
Yeah.
function if something is not mentally there.
Yeah.
But it was sad, and I could resonate with it having been a single parent. I think you guys that are married and raising kids as couples, you don't understand how privileged you are. Because I remember when I was raising my kids, I didn't have support from my ex-husband. So it was me. So if I don't have rent money, that was the thin line between us being homeless or not being homeless. If I don't have a job, my kids will starve. And it's even worse here in America because there's no support. At least in the UK, you can get housing from the council. But when I moved here,
It's-
and they will evict you. That was
They
another
will
shocker.
evict you, and it just shows you the vulnerability of the system here.
Yes.
We actually have a failed system here in America that can't recognize when help is really needed, you know,
exactly.
and be able to step in. Like you say, UK, there's a system in place where people can get resources needed
Yes.
when that dire need of it. But here,
I mean, they
God
have
help you.
shelters and all things, but that's always like a last resort. But what they do, which I really liked in the UK, they look at your system, they look at how much you earn, and if you're a single parent, they will try to subside your rent. So whilst you're in the house, maybe they'll pay like maybe a quarter of your rent or something, and that really helped
It
me.
helps.
I don't know how I would have been able
Survived.
to survive, you know, on a one person's salary, and you have these children that you have to feed. So that story, I know some people were saying she's exaggerating. No, that's a reality.
It's a
of many
reality
people.
for a lot of people. And, you know, it also resonates with the fact that, you know, how we encourage our people to have a tribe. You know, having your people in place is in such times can come handy.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
we cannot portray enough that you need your tribe because you never know when life will knock you down.
It will.
You know, you never know. But when you have your people, when you have your inner circle that can always pick you up when you are down, it is so important.
And they say every person I think they said about 50% of American people, they are one paycheck from being homeless. So if you lose
Isn't
your
that
job
sad?
today, you could be homeless. There's a lot of people that you see this situation and you think it's happening in on TV, but it is reality. And especially for immigrants. I remember when I moved here, you know, when you're going through the process, sometimes you have your EAD, the work authorization, and they used to renew it yearly.
Yep.
And there was a time period that I went for 9 months
Without it. Oh my
and there's
goodness.
nothing you can do. You'll be
The
calling
employer
them.
would have kicked you
They'll
out,
kick you
and
out
then
because the system.
how do you support
kicks you out.
yourself?
You can't support yourself, and you have 2 children that you have to feed. So those things are very real for a lot of people. And unless you've been in that situation, you
won't
don't
understand.
really understand it.
No.
But yeah, that was a really good movie.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I encourage people to watch it with their children because I explained to the kids, like, this is reality of a lot of people in America. You are fortunate to have a roof over your head and parents that provide everything you need for you.
Yes.
And there are so many less privileged people out there, and that's kind of like, we had a whole discussion after that. That's why you have to learn to be kind to people. You have to learn to not judge people so quickly. It's so, you know, it's important.
Yeah. And we're going to be right back, guys. And we're going to have like I said, our celebrity fitness trainer is coming to tell us how to get snatched. I think we need that.
I cannot
Because I know
wait.
you're very inconsistent when it comes to working out.
Just
like me.
And just like most of women in their 40s, in their 50s, we want to do it, but we juggle a lot.
A lot,
And aside,
exactly.
it's really not easy to lose weight when you're in this age bracket. I struggle. I struggle. So I'm really excited to have Blessing on to share some tips on how to stay healthy
snatched.
and also keep fit.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Welcome back, tribe. We are joined by our beautiful Miss Blessing right here, our celebrity fitness expert.
instructor.
Thank you. We're so honored to have you, and you look amazing. You look beautiful.
You guys look good too.
Oh, thank you.
as
We're
good as
trying.
We are trying, yes.
Well, let's start by introducing yourself to our tribe, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. All right. So, originally known as Bless on social media, I'm known as Fit Bless 50. I'm a C-section mom of 3, and I help a lot of women, especially mommies, to get back to shape after having babies.
Ooh, did you hear that? Yes. Where were you 10 years ago?
I know, right?
struggled.
It's never over though.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, I want that flat
I
tummy.
want that flat tummy. I want the glutes. I want everything.
But we
Everything
need-
is possible, you know
Yeah.
that?
And that's why we're glad to have you, because we need to talk about it. We want the flat tummy, but we don't want to give up the jollof rice. So
That fat.
we need to
But I
talk
think
about
the first
it.
thing that I wanted to ask you is, do you think women let themselves go once they have a baby? Because if you're going to stand there with 21-year-olds, you really give them a run for their money.
Do I think women let themselves go after having babies? The answer would be, from what I've seen, I will say yes. And why do I think so? Why I think so is like, especially like an African woman, like how we were raised, we have this mentality that, oh, it's just your husband and your kids. Like nothing else matters. So that's the reason why. So after having kids, I remember when I had my first daughter, depending on whoever was there to watch you, I remember my mother-in-law telling me, oh, you already have your daughter, just leave your daughter, go back to your husband. At that time, that's good that I have someone to tell me that my husband was there before me. Now when my husband comes in, how did my husband find me? He found me looking good, right?
Good,
So which
exactly.
means I have to go back to looking good because he was there before the kids. Yeah.
Because that's really important. Most people, when they get married, they think, "Oh, I've won the prize. Let me relax.
Yeah.
I have arrived."
Yes,
So you're not thinking of looking good, but not. It's not just about looking good for men. It's about looking good for yourself. Right?
From the
So what I think is, what most women fail to understand is, when you got married, that's when the hits get harder for you to even look way good than you used to look before. Because you're not just doing it for your husband. You have kids that are looking up to you, right? And in the society, the world that we are in now, you don't want to raise your kids thinking that, oh, maybe if I want to get my body done, I could just go get any doctor to get it done. It's discipline. What are the things that you're showing your kids? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not just the fact that you're married. When you got married, that's when the stage is higher. Not just for you trying to keep your home, for yourself, your self-esteem. Because what happens once a woman have kids is, after you have kids, like, you see your closet, there's so many clothes, but none of them fit again.
Exactly.
Like the
struggle.
depression.
I'm going through that right now.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
You look good, mama.
I just look at my clothes like, I remember when. Yeah, but yeah, go ahead, Grace.
You know, like we talked about it, but how can we be conscious of not losing ourselves after childbirth? You know, like, what do we have to do? Because we're so occupied, you know, like you said, with the husband, with the children, but we
With
still
work.
matter. How can we be conscious of not losing ourselves?
So I love that question, to be honest. And the simple way to answer that question is, how do I be conscious? Once you sit down and you analyze yourself, was there me before the kids? Now, one thing I like to tell people is, the kids are going to grow up one day. They're going to go to college. They're going to get married. They're going to leave you.
Yep.
I'm not saying your marriage, anything will happen to it, but anything can happen, right?
Yes.
People get married and people divorce, or people die. But you know who will never leave themselves? Is you. And guess what? You have to find you. Because when you find you find your husband and you find your kids. Because when you are healthy, they have this saying that health is wealth. It's real. When you are healthy, you're wealthy. Because you don't have to be visiting the doctors all the time. It's not just about your physical appearance. Your mental state. How do you look? Are you visiting the doctors? Are your kids always worried about you?
Yeah.
Especially the kids that we have in this part of the world, where they are out there. You think they're going to be the one carrying you around when you are old and sick. Those are the things that you have to fathom together before you decide, okay, I have to
I
find
come
me.
first.
Yes. It's not like you come first, but you've been there before. You continue to exist. Your kids are going to grow up. They're going to get married, right? They're going to leave you. Your husband is always going to be there. Something can happen, your relationship. Who will never leave is you. And what happens is, when you find yourself, everyone else is good. Because your mental state, the way you relate to people, is top notch. Now, when we were growing up, it's like when our parents when we say one word to our parents, they angrily answer us. Even when I went to Nigeria most recently, it's like you just tell someone, take this cup away. The way they anger is because of the depression inside.
Yeah.
Because people have so much anxiety and so much depression inside of them.
So do you think working out and being healthy also affects your mental well-being?
Obviously, it does 100%. Now, one thing people don't know is, one of the benefits of exercising is for your physical activities. Now, so when you exercise, it helps you to reduce depression, anxiety when you exercise. It also helps you to reduce stress, which is the cortisol, which is your stress hormone. When it's reduced, you are relaxed. You know how to relate to people. It's like you're not talking to people always angrily. And then when we say exercise, it doesn't mean that you have to be at the gym lifting 200 pounds.
Unless
It could just be taking a Oh my God.
Unless
No,
it's
but what I'm saying is you could just be taking a walk in your neighborhood. That's a little bit of something to raise your heart rate up, make your blood to circulate all over your body again. So you get to relax and then you begin to think positively.
Yeah, but I must say, I must tell Grace this. When I lost my mom, I was really struggling to sleep, and I remember they were checking on me, and I was like, I'm struggling to sleep. She said, "Come to the gym. Like, come to the gym. You'll feel better." And I just couldn't listen. Viewers, I need you guys to know this lady works out at 6 o'clock in the morning. And if you know
That's
me,
discipline.
you know that's when I'm falling deep into sleep.
That is
And that
discipline.
really, really helped me. So back to what you're talking about mental health, I can attest to that because the minute I started going to the gym, I would be so tired by 9 o'clock. I want to sleep. So it really does help.
It
Because
is.
a lot of our issues is because
don't-
you're not sleeping well.
Yeah, but another part that we struggle with is finding time. As women, we juggle so much. We go to work, we come home, we cook, we tend to the kids, we tend to our husband, we clean the house. It's so hard to have to find time.
Yeah.
And even though we know it's a priority and it will make our mental health better, but we struggle to balance it. What tips do you have?
So I love that if anyone follows me on social media, one of the things that I like to promote is there's no time that you can get it done, even if it's 30 minutes a day. Even if I have some of my clients that are actually doctors, they literally just finished delivering a baby. The little corner in their office, get 25 minutes workout done, and they're good to go.
Oh,
So the-
like work from home,
Yeah,
wherever you are. We don't have to
anywhere-
go to the gym.
Anywhere you are.
Oh.
You don't have to spend hours at the gym. 30 minutes a day is enough. It's just knowing what to do.
What to do.
And do it at the right time with the little time that you have. It's not like I have all the whole time in the world or every other person, but we try just managing your time and then being disciplined in fitness help you also to manage your time.
Yeah.
That discipline.
I
is
always
the
say me
key.
and my gym, we are in a very complicated
Relationship. You're not
Sometimes
alone.
we are good, sometimes we
We're
are
not,
bad, sometimes we're avoiding
I went
each
back
other.
to the gym, I think like last week or two, and the lady said, "Oh, welcome back. The last time you were here was 353 days ago." Anyway, Strive, stay tuned. We're going to go on a short break and we'll be right back.
Hi guys, we are back and we still have our celebrity fitness trainer here. And one thing that I wanted to ask you is Africans, we love our food. I love my salsa, the jollof rice,
The ayamase.
stews, the ayamase, all unhealthy stuff.
And our fufu.
What can we do to help healthy options? And can we still eat the way we used to eat like 20 years ago?
The answer would be yes. So one thing you have to start with is building a good relationship with the food, whereas is the food, you're the one controlling the food and not the food controlling you. Do I get to eat the things that I love? Of course, yes, because you're trying to build a lifestyle. You just can't eat salad and then you fall out of it in 1 month, or you see someone eating meat or jollof rice and you're like, oh, I can't keep up. So how do I get to eat the things that I love to eat? It's just eating on calorie deficit, whereas you eat less than you burn. So where a lot of people may say this, okay, I worked out today, I went to the gym or I worked out at home, I burned 2,000 calories, but then I ended up eating 4,000 calories. That's the problem. So the question is not what you eat, is how you eat it.
How you eat it.
Yeah.
So what would you recommend? Smaller portions?
So you eat smaller portions. When you eat smaller portion, you will lift a little bit of weight here and there. Even while you're sitting down on this show, you are burning calories. Yes. So you can't wake up one morning and be like, that's why you see a lot of people, they start like beginning of the year, people have a New Year resolution, and by February they're already out.
Yeah.
Right? Because why? They started too hard. You got to take it one step at a time. It's just considered as people that smoke, right? When they took the first inhale, they choked on it and they kept practicing. So the more they practice, they get so addicted to it where if they don't smoke, it's like something is missing. That's what you're doing. So you're trying to train yourself with the food, and you're going to be choking on it, stopping one way and keep going. So when you get so addicted to it, now your addiction, which is your discipline, is going to override motivation.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really
Wow.
good.
So one thing that I struggle with, and I know a lot of women in our 40s struggle with, we're trying to balance the meal with exercise. But still, we hardly see results. Like we're exercise, we're cutting down on the portion. Why is it so hard? Like 10 years ago, I could set a goal for 3 months and the weight will come off. Now, weight don't budge. What is going on?
So one thing there is just like what I answered Tenda earlier. The age doesn't matter. What matters is what you eat. 80% of your result is what goes in. 20% is the exercise. Now, why do we recommend exercises for your overall health? Or maybe you want to do a body recomposition, which is losing your belly, and you want to grow your glute, you want to be more toned. That's a body recomposition. Now, what is going to help you? Doesn't matter the age. I have one of my clients, she's 75. She's losing weight easily. Why? Because she knows how to portion her food. It's eating on calorie deficit, which is you are burning more than you eat. That's just the easy way out.
And
Well, talking about glutes.
yeah, we want you, please, we are begging you. We want you to show us how to have exercises that it's okay if I'm not fit, it's okay. But I want
To lose the tummy
lose my
and
stomach
grow the glutes.
and grow the glutes.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yes. Do you mind just showing us what we need to do?
Yeah, definitely. But I do want to correct one thing. There's no particular exercise. Let's say I have to keep doing this every day to grow my glute. It's what you eat. Like what I told her earlier, 80% of the result is what you consume. 20% is the exercise.
Okay.
Now you exercise because you want to focus on that muscle group to tone up. But you don't just only exercise and go back home and eat fufu, or jollof rice, like a bowl of it. It won't work. It doesn't add up.
I'll try if I'm gonna get a flat tummy and a
Yeah,
good
so
glute.
we need to
Oh,
put you to
let me
work
move this
right
out
now.
of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess what we want to start with the stomach. What can we do to lose this?
Again, some of the exercises that I recommend is, first of all, learning how to engage your core. Like it's as if someone wants to, like you shock your stomach, like someone want to give you a punch.
Breathe in.
Like, yeah, you hold it in there, but you're still breathing. It's not like you're holding your breath. So you shock it and then you raise your hands, keeping that core engaged at all time. Your hands are raised. Because of our heels, I don't want anybody to fall, all right? So
Okay.
raise your hands and then you raise one leg at a time. Keeping your core tight. You got to keep it tight as if I'm going to give you a punch.
Okay.
That's not my goal. My goal is to make sure that you lose that belly. Then you raise the leg one at a time. There you go. Perfect. Then you raise the other one. Keeping your core tight. Keep inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth.
bone.
Yeah.
There you go.
Inside.
That's all you need. You could literally just do like 30 seconds or 4 sets of this, and then we go to the glute. It doesn't only work the glutes, also your overall health. So you could do a little bit of squat. Now I have my dress on. It's like you fledge your toes out.
Okay.
Fledge your toes out and pushing as if you want to sit on the chair, but you don't want to sit.
Okay.
So that's, and then you have your hands. If you have weight, you can hold on it too, and then you squat down. So when you squat, make sure you're not squatting with your knees so you don't hurt them. You squat with your booty. So you're pushing it back.
feel it.
There you go. And then you
feel
squat
it.
down.
So how many of these are you supposed
Squat
to
down, you go up. So if you're just a beginner, you can start with 8 reps, and then I like to do pauses because I like to put intensity to it. And then you can increase to 10, 12, or 4 sets.
But I like that on your social media, you give these, and I've seen you working out with water bottles because people almost think that they have to go to the gym.
No.
You don't have to go to the gym.
So like I said, what I like to promote to women, everything in your house is useful. The chair, the couch, your water bottle, everything that you have in the house, you can literally use to get this result. I have one of my clients, she was almost getting into depression when I jumped on the call with her that day. But as of today, because she just had a baby, she had 2 kids, nobody to help her. She cries like nonstop because of how she looks. She doesn't look how she used to look before. She's not happy. But after she had one question she asked me on the call, the consultation call, is how do I get to have boldness as you have it? Because she lost it, right? How do I get my confidence back again? I said, all you need is jump on one session with me and you will find your confidence back.
Yeah.
You know, like after 2 weeks, she literally showed me all the gift that she bought for her sister that sent her my video that morning. Because right now, every time I jump on the call with her, she has her makeup on, her wig is on flick, her dress is on, because everything about her changes. And guess what? Her kids are happy and her husband is happy. everyone around her is happy because she found herself.
Yeah. So for our viewers that would like to reach you, because I'm in one of your programs, even though me and her, we are not friends in the gym because she will be cursing me out. And if you're late, like, why are you late? Yeah, pushing me. And I really love that. So I just want to recommend you guys, if you're looking for something, reach out to her. So how can you be reached?
So on all of my social media platform, you can find me at FitBless50. A lot of people think I'm 50, but I'm not. The number just came. So FitBless50 on Instagram. And then for YouTube, you actually have to click on the link on my bio to book a consultation with me. Or also, if you find yourself as someone that can hold themselves accountable, I do have programs that are already custom made for you to just purchase, and then you work out on your own.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
really wonderful.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to try again. I'm going to come back again, and I'm going to try. You've really motivated me. As you can see, guys, look at her.
Mom of
she
three.
looks so beautiful.
3 sections. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You look
So
beautiful.
thank you guys
so much. You guys too.
Thank you so much, and that's all we have time for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again next week.